trivia. We roast in a moment, and here we go.
Welcome to the Long Distance Playbook. Today is the 23rd of May, and I've got my buddy Jeff over here and Jay at the bottom. At least on my screen, that's the way it is. Unfortunately, Chris isn't here with us tonight. We'll reach out and hopefully he's doing okay. How you guys doing? Hey, Jeff, you're muted. You're muted. I can see you, but can't hear you.
So Jeff said that he had a very good week.
Yep.
Soccer was good.
Yep.
The weather was nice.
Nope.
And now,
I was in Colorado for business. So I was man. The weather was terrible.
Tampa weather at all.
I went from Tampa at 92, and I landed in Colorado, and it was 42.
Oh,
yeah. So I was hustling backwards. So I'm happy to be back in nice, hot Tampa, Florida.
I hear you. So it was a busy week in sports. So we're gonna move right along. If you two gentlemen don't mind.
Yes.
So we're gonna hit honors of the week, right? And we're gonna start off with Aaron Rye, I hope I'm saying his name right, won the PGA Championship last week. Congratulations to Mr. Aaron Rye. And then we had 3 individuals selected to the 2027 NASCAR Hall of Fame. You have Mr. Jeff Burton, Kevin Harvick, and Larry Phillips. Now, I don't know much about Larry Phillips. I had to look him up a little bit. But Jeff Burton and Kevin Harvick, that's people I grew up watching with my dad. So congratulations to them gentlemen right there. And then we have a couple of unfortunates this week. We have Rene Cardenas. He passed away on 17 May at the age of 96. If you don't know who he is, he was the first full-time Spanish language broadcaster in MLB history. So we give our condolences to his friends, his family, and his loved ones. And the next one hits hard. We mentioned the individuals going to the Hall of Fame. Unfortunately, we lost Kyle Busch on Thursday at the young age of 41. He is an active driver. He won his final Truck Series race Saturday. And then I guess he got a little sick. Sunday he was racing. There's radio footage of him asking, saying that maybe he needs to stop. He's not feeling well or something. Anyhow, so it was put out today from his family that it was pneumonia that developed into sepsis, and that's what caused his passing. So don't take it lightly, folks. If you're sick, please go get checked out. We want to give our condolences to his friends and family and loved ones, because it's very rare when somebody passes that's currently an active player. The second week in a row with the Memphis Grizzlies and with Mr. Clark and now Mr. Bush. Yeah. Guys, do y'all have any other honors of the week that I missed out?
Well, yeah, he and I both have the same one. Go ahead, Jay.
Go ahead.
Sherman Lewis. They refer to him as Sherman Lewis. He was a assistant coach for 22 years. Brilliant mind. Most noticeable 49er, Packers, Vikings assistant coach. But he had 4 Super Bowls that he was a part of, that he won as an assistant coach. A lot of times we always celebrate the head coaches of the league, whether it's any sport or a manager like Bobby Cox, like last week. But sometimes the managers and head coaches, they don't do it alone. Yet they pour in a lot of hours, but they have a great foundation. And part of that foundation was Sherm Lewis and a lot of these teams that made them what the teams that they ended up to be. And, he was, you might didn't know this, but Sherm Lewis back in the day for Michigan State was a Heisman finalist in 1963. So, when he get into the room, I used to ball a little bit too. Oh, right. Oh, really? What?
Yeah.
Then,
Look, hey, Chris isn't here. He's the only one old enough to remember back then, I guess.
Wow. But yeah, condolences to him and his family and to the whole football community.
Yeah, mine is Rob Bass. Like,
so
I'm gonna tell you, that album, especially that one, man. Like, this is back when we had cassette tapes, and that was one of the albums that I used to sit there and I listened to so much that the tape popped, and I have to put some tape on it, and it have that little blank spot and it pop again. But hey, that's how much I listened to that album, and that just that album and the songs, like, that was, to me, that was one of the most, I don't want to say impactful, but it was one of those albums that I just clearly remember. And then every now and then you'll hear some of the songs in certain movies, and I'm like, man, that's a blast from the past right then. And that's about the same time that people started putting systems in their car and everything too. It was a time of life for me that was just it was almost like carefree, right? I love the music, I love the vibe, and we were like in high school and we were just kind of living our best lives. So it was sad to hear that yesterday.
Well, it's funny you bring that up about the vibe and everything, and we mostly, we talk about sports here. We don't usually go into the entertainment field per se, but you have to look at it before Hammer Time, before You Can't Touch This, the Dirty Birds, and you saw the influence of hip hop and rap into some of these sports. When Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock hit, it was like one of the first times that corporate NBA, NFL, they would recognize rap music and say, "Oh, yeah. You know what? We can kind of intertwine this into the culture of the new 90s, coming into the 90s. We want to go into a different direction where, we don't have to, keep it, contemporary all the time. We can bring in," and then they started bringing in a little bit of rock and roll, a little heavy metal, rap, and like all different genres started to come into sports right around, in between 88 and 92 as things started to progress in those on those fields.
No, absolutely. And like you said, Jaden, we normally don't announce that stuff right on the show, but those have impacts within sports as well and our daily lives. So,
and for a minute, people were wondering, is Rob Bass and Stephen A. cousins? They would put the comparisons to Rob Bass and Stephen A. Smith, and like after the rap game was over, he got a gig doing journalism.
Right. That's funny.
Yeah. So it was them and tag team. I'm not sure if you remember. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
So in the Space Jam, Welcome to the Jam. They started, and then they had the Jock Jams. I'm not sure if y'all remember Jock Jams. and it was over from that point.
Oh, absolutely. All right. Jeff, you checked. You see the message?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right. So we're gonna hold off on you because Jay said he's not going to be.
Okay.
And we're gonna move over to the lightning round then.
Okay.
Well, one second.
What?
What about an honors of Mr. Ben Simmons? Can I do that or that's not here?
It's up to you. We're doing honors of the week. You tell me.
So, former first round pick NBA player Ben Simmons won the South Florida Sales Capture 2026 Walker's K Open in the Bahamas. So, what do you guys think of his new sport? This is sports.
Okay, I got it.
No.
That's what I think of it. Are you serious? That dude was supposed to be the next LeBron. Like, he was supposed to be Magic Johnson. And this is what we talking about? Come on, man. Stop playing. Stop playing. I can go catch fish right now, too.
Yes.
Right? Absolutely.
But I don't know. Will he have issues in this field as well as he did in basketball? Where
I mean,
he pulled his back and now he can't, and then he's going to be going to rehab for 2 years. Can't fish no more.
We got a whole team over there doing the work for him. So
terrible.
Right.
So
Jay, any other honors?
Yes, and lastly, I want to say happy birthday to Mr. October, Reggie Jackson. Influence. Do you understand the influence that Reggie had on the game of baseball? The empowerment. The 70s were a time period where, you know what? It was disco era. It was a lot of craziness going on. And for him to come to New York and just take over and to have a legendary, most people don't, some people have nicknames that, last for 3 or 4 years, but this is last a lifetime. When you say Mr. October, it still rings out.
Let me tell you, and for him to do that in that time period, and he was unapologetically black, no bones about it, and did not shy away from it at all. And was still, with all that pressure, was still great when it mattered most.
Absolutely.
And that's why it lives on as Mr. October is one person and one person only.
But he also, one other thing, right? He never glorified his race, right? He glorified his skills on the baseball field. So, and that's what makes other players different than certain players. So, Jay, any more?
No, that's it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Jeff, you got any?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. Look, so we changed up the honors of the week, right? Because I don't catch all of them. So now the other host, if they know something, or even if it's a birthday or something and they want to do a shout out on it, they're more than welcome to. It's a whole team show, but we're going to go to the lightning round. All right. Now, guys, this week has blown my mind. And this right here, NHL playoffs. I don't have the slides, but so Vegas is currently up 2-0 on the Avalanche. I did not see that coming. 2-0. Vegas owns both games, 1 and 2. Now, the Montreal Carolina series, Montreal is up 1-0. So Carolina's layoff may have hurt them. Let's see how game 2 happens, right? guys, what's your thoughts? Because I think we all was talking about Colorado and Carolina being the top dogs, and now here they are down.
Mm. So, yes, I was talking about Colorado just because of the teams in the past, but I'm okay with Vegas. I mean, Vegas is playing well. So I can't take anything away from them. It's not like they didn't deserve to win those games. They played well in transition. I thought they were the better teams. Sat at a bar and watched game 2 the whole time. So they were the better team. On the other side, I've been saying Montreal since they beat Tampa. So, and they continue to just walk through teams. I don't think they'll just walk through Carolina. I think Carolina will make it a little more interesting. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, look, best of 7. Best of 7.
Wow.
So there's no reason why Colorado can't get hot and get back into the series, but they better not go down 3-0. I'm just saying, like, it's not in hockey, you can come back from 3-0, but it's gonna be really, really difficult to do that.
Yeah.
And I think all 4 of these teams are playing so well right now. So
I would say in any sport, being down 3-0 is hard to come back because any mistake, any slight mistake, and you're done, you know? So, I mean, I guess the Montreal series isn't as surprising because Montreal did kind of dominate Carolina during the regular season, 3-0. So, but I thought with Montreal having problems with Tampa Bay and Buffalo, that they would have that Carolina would have probably took game 1, but I guess Montreal's still hot from that series, and Carolina's layoff. That might be the factor. We'll see how game 2 turns out. Jay?
Well, so Jeff, you were out in Colorado. What was the feel out there? I mean, was there?
Look, hey, they were optimistic. They were optimistic. They were showing up in bars everywhere, and everyone in the bar had like I forgot it was even a game until I walked into the bar, and everyone had their Avs shirt on. I was like, oh, I guess we're about to watch the game tonight, and the better team won. The better team on that night won. I'll say that.
So with that being said, you've been around a lot of sports fans and the fans that follow their teams. Did you see like any wavering between like certain fans in the bar saying like, this is not the team that we have seen all year? Or
no, they're still optimistic, and they didn't turn on the team. Obviously disappointed for the result, but they didn't turn against him like, I don't know what these bums are doing. I don't know what this coach is doing. No, that's not the vibe.
So they're not Washington fans. Okay,
correct. Right. Okay. Correct. Look, honestly, as they started losing, that's what I was paying attention to. I love the people watch, right? And so I'm trying to check the vibe, see how they're behaving. No, they were still with their team. They were like, oh, these bums doing this again. They ain't do all that. They stood by their team. I said, okay, I got to respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe. Absolutely. So I believe that hockey is one of those sports where home ice doesn't really go into effect like some of the other sports where, you have a hot goalie that you kind of usually determines in the playoffs who's going to make it to the next round. So if you have the hot goalie, it's going to be very tough to beat them because you got to put the puck in the goal,
Yeah.
So, but I would be cautious moving forward if I'm a Avalanche fan because you are down 2-0 and now you're going to Vegas. You got to go to Vegas and play. So it's different. It's different. It should be a different. You should feel urgent. There you go. There should be some urgency.
They better be on game 3. They have to play this like it is a game 7, in my opinion.
Yeah.
At least this game.
especially when they were winning. Right, game 2, they're winning.
Right. Yeah. They just slipped up at the end.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
and then with Montreal, with Carolina, you know what? Matchups matter. We talked about it in other sports and this sport. If you have somebody's number, it plays a little psychological game with the team that has the pressure, because the pressure is on you to win, because everybody feels you have the best record. You're supposed to just be above and beyond this team, but yet for whatever reason, whenever you match up against the team, they just seem to come out and win and play better than you on those nights.
Yeah, hockey's a bit different. And I think a lot of it goes back to what you said about having a hot keeper. It's like having a hot pitcher in baseball.
Right.
Like, they will mow you down. I don't care how hot your bats are. If that pitcher's on, like, when Roger Clemens or Pedro Martinez or Randy Johnson, when they were hot, bruh, I mean, you might as well close your eyes and swing, and just, you got as much of a chance of hitting the ball when they were hot like that. I think it's the same thing when you have a hot keeper. But I also think there's something to be said, and I didn't know this about Vegas' team. Having played sports, I personally like playing away games because I liked hearing all the mess from the crowd. That got me hyped. I love to shut them up. So, but not everybody's built like that. So a lot of people need the home crowd cheering them, and when they're hearing all this other stuff, they can't focus. They're focused on that noise. They're not focused on what they need to do. For me, that just turned me up, because I'm like, oh, I'm about to shut y'all up. And when I do shut y'all up, I'm be pointing at every single one of y'all in the crowd. Vegas just did that. Wow. 2 games in a row to Colorado. So that's something to be said about how mentally tough that team is. That's the first time Colorado's lost when they were winning going into the third period all season.
That says a lot. Now, what's that do for their confidence?
41-0 in the regular season and 4-0 this postseason.
Do you stay confident when something has changed so dramatically? Like, okay, we got this. We're in the driver's seat, and all of a sudden they just take it from you, in front of your home fans.
It depends who you are. Like, you have to be a mentally strong team. I mean, look, and it really depends. In my opinion, it depends on the leaders in the locker room. If they're sitting there going, "Hey, man, we really should have won that game," y'all done. That game's over with. Hey, you guys, all we gotta do is win one game. That's it. Win one game. And you know how we're gonna do that? We're in the first period.
Yeah.
Boom. Now win the second period. And now win the third period. That's all we have to do. It's that simple.
So Mason and Jeff, I want to just throw this out here to y'all. Is there something to be said about the pressures of playing at home and having that expectation where, they feel like 50,000 or 20,000 or all their fans, everybody is putting that much amount of pressure. If you're in LA, Dallas, New York, these big markets, do you feel that it's less pressure to go on the road and go somewhere else where you don't have to hear all that?
Good, Mace. I'll let you start.
So it really depends, right? So to me, I think road games are a little bit easier in a sense, because you're, especially depending on your record and everything, right? The expectations. You may not. So I'll use Montreal for an example, right? Montreal's playing in Carolina right now, right? Montreal has nothing to lose, okay? Because Montreal is not the favorite in the series. So if Montreal goes in there and wins on the road, they're like, okay, cool, we got one on the road. And even if all they do is get one on the road, right? As far as being on the home team, there can be that pressure, right? Because the eyes are on you. Those are your fans, and you don't want to disappoint your fans. So, Jeff?
Yeah, I think that for star players, I don't think it matters. I think role players, they'll probably get more um, courage, more inspiration from the home team, from the home crowd, kind of cheering them up. I think that's where it matters most. I think star players, hey, I'm gonna be a star regardless. I'm home, away, or in a neutral place. Sometimes role players, I think most star players have this mentality that just it's really hard to break them, right? There's this ability to think that hey, it doesn't matter what happens, I am that good.
Yeah.
But role players aren't built like that. So I think in a lot of cases, that's where it matters most. Those role players playing away. Now, if they get hot playing away, hey, that's a different story. And we saw that in the NBA last night. So that's a little bit different. But as a whole, role players play better at home.
Yeah. All right. Y'all got anything else for NHL? Jay?
Nope.
Jeff?
No.
All good.
Moving right along. Speaking of NBA, oh man, here we are.
Transition.
So, NBA playoffs are currently underway. Game 3 concluded last night of Oklahoma San Antonio. Oklahoma leads that series 2-1. Gentlemen, what are your thoughts about this series so far?
Go ahead, Jay, before I get mad.
We talked about the matchup. We talked about how San Antonio really has played well against this Oklahoma City team. But sometimes your record and what you do matter during the regular season and how you can build on that and say, hey, we are a better team and have that confidence and believe so. OKC, I mean, think about it. How many games did Oklahoma City win this year? How many games did San Antonio win this year?
Well, so San Antonio won 4 and Oklahoma City won 1.
No, I'm talking about total games.
Oh, I thought you meant in the series. I apologize. I didn't understand your.
They both won like 62 and 64. It was like kind of close, right?
Spurs won 62.
Yes.
Oklahoma City was probably like you said, 60.
Yes, 64 and 62.
So with that being said, if you were to take all of that away, and then you look at their records against each other, well, you would clearly think that, okay, San Antonio is a better team than Oklahoma City. Just by taking all that, because they're equally.
Okay.
If you play 70 games and only 2 games separate you, you're pretty much the same against other teams.
Right.
But what do you against each other?
Look, I'm so frustrated with this. I'm so tired of watching the flopping from Oklahoma City. I'm tired of it. I mean, look, I think I saw Shea flop at the free throw line. I mean, in the fourth quarter, he flopped over 90% of his shots. He's flopping on the ground. And the whole team does that on every single shot. They are on the freaking ground all the time. Stop doing that. Like, I understand why they do it, but as a neutral fan, it takes me completely out of even wanting to watch the game. Because all I do is see a bunch of grown-ass men flopping all over the daggone ground. They're worse than soccer players.
Well, see, I was about to ask you this. You're a soccer guy. Isn't this what the NBA wants? They want to be an international brand. Right. They want to bring more eyes. And
it's one thing when a 5'8" guy's doing it. It's another thing when a 6'10" guy's doing it. I'm just saying. It doesn't look. These two things are not the same. When a little 5'8", 165 guy does it, I don't like to see it, but whatever. But when a 6'8", 250 guy does it, that doesn't look right. And it's on every single play.
Aren't most of the floppers international players who grew up with a very strong soccer background?
No.
No, like the whole Oklahoma City team is flopping. The whole team.
And some of the San Antonio players, and most of them from Canada. They're from France. They're from Germany. There's a lot of international players on that court flopping around.
I think there's a lot of players in the NBA that do that.
There's nobody does it as much as Oklahoma City. And I'm so tired of watching it right now. That's what's made me not like this series.
Right.
I was looking forward to watching because I think these are the two best teams in the NBA. And I was looking forward to watching this. I thought that Spurs would win in 6. If it goes 7 games, even better, because I think the level of play can be so good between these two teams. But 2 things have happened. First, we're talking about right now. All the flopping, all the BS fouls that are getting called, it's absolutely ridiculous at this point right now. And then when they don't get these flops and they're clear flops, they're sitting there in the ref's face complaining about it. And I'm like, look, we just saw the slow motion. It wasn't even close to a foul.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first part. The second part, and I think the thing that's really getting me, because I was looking forward to seeing both teams at full strength, De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox being out of this the last 2 games has completely destroyed the Spurs, because especially in game 2, the amount of turnovers they had, you don't have that with De'Aaron Fox in the game. He's a true point guard, and as he's matured, as he's gotten older, he knows how to control the pace. He knows how to get everyone involved. He's acting more like the glue that keeps the team together, which is a little bit different than he was in Sacramento. With him being out these past 2 games, you haven't had that. And in game 2, especially, the amount of turnovers they had, that's what cost them that game. So having him out has really, really hurt the Spurs.
Well, he played game 3, and I mean, they were right there in it. So it's going to be it's going to really come down to, can he get back to full health, right? Can he get back in it and get going? Because he's got to get everybody else going. So one thing that caught me off, though, right, is you saw about the refs, right?
Mm-hmm.
After game 2, they replaced the refs because they didn't like the way they were calling the game. Like, what? And then there were a lot more flops in game 3.
Here's what I'll say about going back to De'Aaron Fox. Like,
what you got?
I don't think he played
Is he healthy?
He's not playing like he was prior to the ankle sprain, right? He's not. He played more minutes last night, had less points, more turnovers, right? That's not how he has been playing. So I was disappointed with that. But
he's got to get the rust knocked off.
Yeah, and that's the problem. That's what I didn't want to see. I wanted to see both teams full strength, no injuries, no flops. Let's just see good ball.
Well, so I was glad to see Dylan Harper play, and because he was questionable, and I was glad to see De'Aaron Fox back in, at least get into the series. And I'm glad that he got into it when they did, because now game 4, look, they're in San Antonio. I know game 3 was in San Antonio, but game 4 is in San Antonio. As long as he's back and still playing, I think San Antonio can take game 4.
Are we going to get a game 1 Wemby, or kind of, the last few?
Oh, pick me. You would get game 1 Wemby in every single game if the refs stop swallowing their whistle. Because game 1 Wemby, Oklahoma City's not beating the hell out of him, and he kills them. So guess what they do? Oh, hey, now we're going to swallow that whistle now. And next thing you know, because they saw it in the last round. That's what Minnesota did. Minnesota was trying to hit him on every opportunity, and the refs weren't calling it. But let that be shot. Man, come on.
Yep.
Come on. You can see the clear difference between superstars and who's getting a call and who's not.
And they showed him getting
SGA gets calls out of the blue, and you only have so many challenges.
Right. Go ahead, Jay.
I said there was clear shots of the two big men holding Wemby down low.
Yeah.
And nothing was called.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I wonder, will the league office come down and say, you know, he's not a guard. He's to be treated like Shaq. And you know what? We're not going to go ahead and give him those same courtesies as we're going to give the smaller players.
Well, and that's not fair, right? Because it don't matter if you're 7'5", it don't matter if you're 6'10", it don't matter if you're 6'2", right? If somebody's holding you, that should be a foul. Plain and simple.
Did y'all see the Knicks and Cavs? There was
we're gonna get to it.
But there was a play where the guards, it looked like 90s basketball. They were bumping the guards so much when he was bringing the ball up, and they didn't call anything. They were like,
well, so typically in the past, that's what the playoffs has done.
Yeah. And look, I'm okay with that. If you're consistent.
Yes.
That's simple. And I think it's on every player to figure out how the refs are going to call the game. If they're going to let it slide, then hey, I'm pressing up against you all game long, at least 75 feet, right? If they're going to be quick with the whistle, I can't do that. I can't be, but you can't have it for SGA and not have it for Wembanyama. Like you can't have it both. Just be consistent.
Yeah.
Or I would even say De'Aaron Fox, right? You can't give SGA certain calls and not give De'Aaron Fox or Stephon Castle or anybody else on.
Even Caruso gets calls. I mean,
right.
it's bad. It's bad at this point.
That's all we ask for as fans.
And that's what's, as a neutral fan, because I don't care which team wins. Yeah. I'm pulling more so for the Spurs just because I don't like what I see from Oklahoma City.
I agree. All right, so we're gonna move on.
Oops, and SGA just got fouled again.
But we're gonna move on. And we do have another side of the basketball team to our basketball brackets to talk about, right? There is an Eastern Conference, not just a Western.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, welcome, Chris.
These button.
You ain't gonna believe this.
What you got?
So you know, today we do Memorial Day celebration on Saturday, right? So everybody can get there. And about 2 hours ago, all the power on the block was out.
Wow.
Oh no.
So power literally just came back on maybe 20 minutes ago. Ooh. And you know, I got a lot of network stuff I got to bring up before I can actually get on them.
Yeah.
So I'm here. Finally.
Welcome, Chris.
Welcome back.
We've done honors of the week. We did some NHL. We just did Western Conference NBA.
And none of us like the flopping from Oklahoma City.
There you go.
And Chris, I want to ask you, what do you have to say? Any memories of Reggie Jackson for you?
Oh, the home run. All the home runs.
Right, like which one?
All of them in October.
Right, Mr. October. Right. Hey, put some respect on that, Mr. October.
Absolutely. And then we're moving over to the Eastern Conference. Do you have thoughts on the Western Conference, Chris?
I see San Antonio winning tonight.
Okay.
I definitely. No, they're not playing tonight. They're playing tomorrow night.
No. Yeah.
I see them winning in San Antonio. I actually see them winning both 2 games in San Antonio.
Okay.
But you know, hey, flopping is a part of the game.
It's not a part of the game.
It's the international. They want the international eyeball. They want the international field.
No, actually, no. If you go watch any of the European leagues, guess what? You ain't flopping like that.
No, they're not.
They play big boy.
Hey, they learn from watching soccer.
We already talked about that. It's one thing when a dude who's 5'8" and 165 who does it. It's another thing when a dude is 6'8", 250 does it.
Look,
It ain't the same.
All right. You ready? You ready? And it may upset all three of y'all, but I do not care. You ready, Jay? All right. Don't grab the tissue because the truth hurts. All right. LeBron James set the standard on flopping.
I disagree. I disagree.
No, LeBron. You know why LeBron James started flopping? Because he wasn't getting the calls. That's why. Look,
if you watch LeBron, even as a rookie,
hey, no. Just all you have to do is look.
Like Shaq.
The amount of time he got fouled like Shaq, and he didn't get the call. So now I got to flop in order to get something from the referees. Because let that be a little Steph Curry.
Now,
let that be Steph Curry.
What?
I'm gonna give you the all-time granddaddy of them all floppers.
Okay, go ahead.
Floppy Divac. So Divac, he was the king of the flopper who learned from Bill Laimbeer. Them two were the king of the floppers.
Yeah. And then guess who was with him during that time too? Dennis Rodman.
Yes.
Because how many times you see somebody bump Dennis Rodman and he go 20 feet? You're like, bro, where'd you go? Like, let's be honest, right? So it wasn't invented. OKC is just utilizing it to their advantage, and I don't like it. Right? I think it's got to be addressed in some sort of way. Moving over to the East Coast, right? So you got New York and Cleveland in the Eastern Conference. And New York is destroying Cleveland. They're up 2-0 in this series. And guys, what's y'all's thoughts?
Series over. Go ahead, Jay.
Mr. Rick Ross, the boss, has shown up for Cleveland. I love it. We thought James Harden was going to show up. No, it's Rick Ross, and there you go, James Harden's uniform. What's happening? It's just the more of the same playoff that we've always seen from James Harden. When his team needs him, he just doesn't show up.
I don't agree.
What you got, Chris?
So they're both exploiting both weaknesses, right? They're both are exploiting. James Harden can't guard no guard. Everybody knows that, right? Josh Hart can't make a shot.
He did last game.
And last game he went berserk.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where that win came from. That last game.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Look, James Harden's doing what James Harden does best. I keep telling y'all about Evan Mobley. 14-6 ain't gonna get it done. If you got Donovan Mitchell playing, right? But he's hurt. You can tell he's hurt. Something wrong with his leg. You can tell on game 1, he was bringing stuff to the rack. Game 2, he's doing a lot more floaters. He's not getting all the way to the cup. So to me, something's wrong with his leg. James Harden's doing what and if James Harden is supposed to be that, if Mitchell's 1A and Harden's supposed to be 1B,
right,
he's gonna have to do more than 18 points.
No, it's not just the points, Jeff.
No, I'm not. I'm getting there. I'm getting there because game 1, they literally went searching for that matchup, and and it was terrible. Brunson was 8 of 9 in the fourth quarter. He got hot because James Harden could not touch him. And then James Harden just doing dumb stuff. You can't cheat if you're on the wing and you got the 3-point shooter in the near corner. You can't cheat off him. And sure enough, he kept on cheating. 3, and that's what helped the Knicks come back, storming back to win that game. Was it like a 44-11 run through the fourth quarter into overtime? That's how the game ended. Look, and all the highlights was James Harden looking lost. Defensively, he's awful. But testament to the Knicks. Right? I don't want to short them. I think they look terrible and that may be the rust, right? They look terrible for 2.5, 3 quarters. Maybe more than that. It was about 3.5 quarters. They were terrible. They were all rusty. And then, boy, they turned it on. Well, and for me, this series is done.
Hey, Mason, question for you. So why isn't James Harden getting the 15 to 18 free throws a game that he used to get? And where is these 30 to 35-point games from James Harden? I'm not seeing that. Why is that?
Because he's not the number one option. Donovan Mitchell is.
He's not flopping like he used to.
Donovan Mitchell is the true number one option on the Cavs team. And then James Harden, one, he's not flopping like he used to. Two, he's not the same James Harden that was in Houston. Right? Now, he can still shoot, don't get me wrong, right? But has he lost a little step? Of course. But that's natural. So I think it's more of a testament, though, to the Knicks. Because if you pay attention, when I have said it from the get-go, right? Donovan Mitchell is the obviously the first option. He has to be out there and he has to score 20 or plus, preferably 25 plus, right?
You're gonna have to get 30 plus right now.
But the true factor isn't James Harden, right? Yes, he may be the second option, but the true factor depends on what Jarrett does and Mobley. And I think the Knicks are playing their bigs perfectly because Jarrett's getting 10 points?
Yes, definitely.
Right. And Mobley got 15? So typically when Cleveland wins games, one of those are in the 20-point bracket.
But the reason is they're not getting shots.
Right. But that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
That's more of a testament to the Knicks defense.
So no. They're not getting the ball to get shots. Jarrett Allen was 5 for 10, shot 50%, 10 shots. That's it. Evan Mobley was 5 for 8. Only 8 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, I have a question for all of y'all. I got a question. It's real. The Knicks are up 2-0. You guys are old enough to know the history. When does the choking begin for the Knicks?
Nah, not against the Cavs. Look, here's another thing. Go back to game 1. Why,
I'll say this.
When they're falling apart in game 1, why didn't the coach? He had 4 timeouts. But look, bro. Hey, I'll do it for you. He 4 timeouts, didn't use them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's bad coaching.
Yes. Because anytime an opposing team is making a run in basketball, you call a timeout.
You have to.
Even because the intent is to kill their run, right? Even if it doesn't, at least you use the timeout to give your team some water. You can talk about stuff, right? You can try to make some adjustments right there because that's what the timeout's for. Right. And if it doesn't work, you use another one. And if it doesn't, you use right.
He had 4. As coaches for both Mason and Chris. I know y'all not hey,
right.
Man.
Look, 18 to 18, I think it was 44-11.
44-11.
44-11.
So
that's what I'm saying.
Mace would have burned all 4 of them.
I would have. I'm just saying, as soon as they got to a 10-point run, and they were hitting shots, I'm calling hitting shots. Yeah. I'm calling timeout.
Even before
I gotta break it. I gotta do something
and get the crowd out of the crowd.
Yeah.
Yes,
right. Because that was their chance, right? That was their chance to win game 1 on the road.
Yep.
And that was demoralizing to the Cavaliers.
They done.
they were done. Up. They wasn't down. They were up. It was up 22.
Now I will say this: as much as we are talking about how good the Knicks and Jeff, you're talking about the series is over and everything, Cleveland does have an opportunity to take a game. They're going to Cleveland, right? So we can't overlook that.
Hold on.
Just talk to
take a game. They got to take both games.
Oh, no. What I'm saying is, because I'm agreeing with Jeff that this series is done, but I do think Cleveland can take a game.
I don't anything dealing with the Knicks, even if it looks like it's handed to them, just hold off on that. Just you know what I'm saying? Weird stuff has happened to them.
Do you not understand? If they don't take both of these games, it's over.
Yes.
It's not leaving New York.
I do. And that's why me and Jeff has said. Jeff said the series over.
Not game 4.
They have to take these 2 games plus game 5 in New York to bring it back to Cleveland to win it. Because they go back, look, if they go game 7, we're going to see another 40-point lead by the Knicks. I'm just saying.
It ain't even going game 7.
It ain't going game 7.
If they win game 3 and game 5, if they win game 3 and game 5, they have a legitimate shot of taking down the Knicks in the series.
I think New York wins game 3 and
Cleveland wins game 4. They gotta win 3 and 4.
Oh, here you go, Jay. If they win games 3, 4, and 5, then they have a legitimate shot of taking down the Knicks. Wait, 3, 4, 5, 6. How about that? Come on, man. Like, hey.
They got to run. Look, in order for them to win, they got to run 4.
Yeah,
look, they will not,
you're right, because they're not going to win game 7 in New York.
They're not going to win game 7.
And then, in New York?
In New York.
Yeah, in New York.
It'll be more pressure on the Knicks than it would be Cleveland in that game.
Yeah, but Brunson, that pressure doesn't bother Brunson, right? Brunson's built for that.
I agree with both of y'all.
And the history behind it, I'm telling you.
If you want to talk about Karl Anthony Towns, I'll give you that because he's soft. But Hart's not soft. Bridges is playing better.
Yeah.
OG's been playing better, and Brunson's built for that.
And Hart's playing good too.
Been playing soft. I agree. But Cat's been giving triple doubles.
Cat's been playing cat. Hold on, you can't say
no. Cat hasn't been playing cat. Cat been playing. I'm a point guard.
Look.
Cat is
that's
Cat.
But hold on, here's the problem. Cat is one of the dumbest players I've seen because
Cat is Mr. I'ma shoot threes at 7 foot tall.
Exactly.
I'm running 7 foot tall.
I'm Karl Anthony Towns. I'm Karl Anthony Towns. I have James Harden covering me, and I'm gonna do a step back 3. No, man, take your big ass down on the block and punish the hell out of him.
Mouse in the house.
Oh, that's all game long.
And that's what we were saying.
That's the difference between him and Wemby. Wemby see a mismatch like that, he's going to stuff it on you. Easy.
Right. Cat doesn't play down low.
I'm sending everybody to the other side of the court.
Absolutely.
I'm getting out the middle.
The only
and I'm
person
banging
on
his
that side
ass
of the
down.
court is the person who's throwing me the ball into the post.
Exactly.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. 7 foot tall, thinking he Dirk Nowitzki.
I'm telling you.
Cat.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
These last 2 series, Cat been doing his thing with passing now, and he's still rebounding.
Yeah, one assist.
You got to give him some love.
Yeah, one assist last game. One assist.
Absolutely. But Chris, that's what I was saying.
He need none. Look,
Chris, that's what I was saying.
12, 15 in the first half.
Cat's doing Cat.
I'm looking at my parlay go away.
Hey, if you had something on Josh Hart, boy.
Oh, boy, I would have got paid.
Everyone, absolutely. Because I know those odds was high.
Oh, over here it was like 5-1 for him to score 20.
I bet.
Ooh.
The role players will get you paid in the playoffs.
Yes. You just got to hit on which one.
That's
right. You know.
Hey, I'll tell you this. SGA, look, I'm telling y'all straight out. This is how it is. If the game closed, SGA getting 30 plus.
From the free, because he's getting 20 from the free throw line.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if they breathe on him wrong, he's falling.
He's falling. Look, I saw. Did you see? Old boy Dylan Brooks was playing Operation with SGA. They got a game where he's got to sit there and try to take it out of SGA without fouling them. They got a game they made of it. It's that bad.
Hey, before we move, shout out to Miss Reagan. We see you.
Absolutely.
You know, you need to you need to give it. You never gave us your football schedule, the link, so we can watch. I might learn something as a coach. I'm just saying. Okay, continue.
No. Hey, great shout out, right? I mean, she was our first guest on the show, so and would love to have her back. We just gotta schedule it again, right, Jay?
Oh yeah, whenever she's ready.
You know,
So-
we'll move on a little bit. So who are we taking? I mean, I'm taking New York. Jeff taking New York.
New York.
Cleveland.
Oh my God.
Where's my button? Where's my button? I know I got it in here. I know I got it in here. Just for something like this. And I'm mad because I can't find it. Where's my button?
I got New York in New York.
Hold on.
No, I'm saying tonight, Cleveland.
Oh, bro. We talking about
You
this.
saying tonight, Cleveland?
Yeah,
we're talking about the whole series.
We're talking
We're talking
about
about the
New
whole
York.
series.
New York.
Okay.
New York for the series, Cleveland tonight. Yes.
No, I think New York takes the series game tonight, and then Cleveland takes game 4. Yeah.
But everyone says the Knicks are winning the series, right?
Yep, everybody does.
Okay.
Absolutely. At least we're all on the same page.
See, look, I didn't know we were talking about the series. I thought we were talking about like tonight's game.
The game tonight. So 2 of y'all are taking the game tonight then.
Yeah.
For Cleveland. Jeff,
Cleveland.
you're taking New York.
Oh, I don't
tonight,
even
right?
care. Knicks gonna win the series. So I think if Cleveland's gonna win a game, they better. Yeah, I'll say Cleveland wins tonight. I'll take Cleveland tonight.
All right, so all 3 of y'all say I'm taking New York game 3. We'll see. But move right along. Shifting gears a little bit, right? We got the Indy 500 this weekend. All right. Alex Palou, and I hope I'm saying his right name right, but Alex Palou is the previous winner. Okay. Here's a fun fact, though. You ready? Only 4 drivers have won it 4 times. So, no other, only 4 times.
Here's a real fun fact.
What you got?
I drove on that track.
Indy 500 on Indianapolis track?
Yep.
Nice.
In my 78 Cutlass.
Nice. I did not know that. That is a good fun fact right there. So
I was real young then. There wasn't no such thing as gray hair on my face. I didn't know what gray was.
fair enough. We're gonna
They charged
continue
like $15 to drive around the track one time.
Oh wow. Did not know
Hey,
that.
you better keep that thing pinned.
Right?
I'm gonna get my money's worth.
You drove across the bricks and everything. Did
That's
you get out
it.
and kiss the bricks?
The hell no.
Oh. So that's the tradition, is to kiss the bricks.
Yeah.
So,
You would you?
I mean, if I win, yeah.
Mm-mm.
If I'm winning the actual race, absolutely.
Look, I'm putting down
payload on
plastic. I'll take the money, but I ain't kissing the brick. I'll put some plastic down. I'll kiss the plastic.
Well, they clean the bricks and everything before you kiss them and everything. You know, so.
Look, you done drove those cars over, oil, all kind of crap. Nah, I'm sorry.
You're right.
You're not wrong, but I think they do clean them before that. You know. So, real quick, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. I gotta find it. There we go. And we will be right back. are back. Thank you for staying with us. And we are going to move into the red card report by your one and only Mr. Jeff White.
Welcome.
Hey, before you get
what you got, Chris? Yeah.
Before you get started, so I put out my preliminary parlay for a World Cup. You know, everybody knows it's right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And I sent to my soccer expert to get his thoughts. He bashed me so hard in the group chat.
I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you win some money, my brother.
So he didn't give me no reply. He just said, I smell a lot of draws. I said, damn.
First game.
He didn't tell me what games. He just said,
I went through every single one.
Yes.
You didn't tell me which games, though.
Didn't I go through the games?
I think so.
No.
I had to check the messages.
No.
Chris,
but anyway,
while I'm doing the red card report, I would highly encourage you to go look at that message and see where I'm calling out them draws.
All right, I will. And if you did, I'll come back and apologize to the people out there.
Okay.
All right.
Without further ado, let's get straight into it. All right. First and foremost, hurts me to my core, but Arsenal have been crowned Premier League champions. It's the first time in 22 years. So, my brother's an Arsenal fan, so I've had to listen to it since last week. But congratulations to them. First time in 22 years. It's a lot of things to be said. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, boy, tough one to live down. So now, Arsenal champions with one game left to play. All the games are played at the same time tomorrow, Sunday at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard. But only thing to play for, and I put them in red: Tottenham versus Everton, West Ham versus Leeds. That will decide who gets relegated from the Premier League. Two big teams, both London-based. If I'm betting at this point, I'm going to say that Tottenham gets a result against Everton and West Ham gets relegated. But we'll see. In Italy, Inter wrapped up the championship a few weeks back. Now what we're playing for right now is one relegation spot, and then who's going to get the last two Champions League spots. You see, Inter's already won Champions League or won the league. Napoli in second place, but they have enough points qualified for the Champions League. But then it becomes down to AC Milan, Roma, Como, and Juventus. Only two of those four teams are going to make it into the Champions League. So I've highlighted games on the left to watch. You got AC Milan versus Cagliari, obviously Champions League. You have Cremonese versus Como. Como for Champions League, Cremonese because they're trying to fight off relegation. Hellas Verona versus Roma. Again, they're trying to get Champions League. Lecce versus Genoa because Lecce is trying to avoid relegation. And then Torino versus Juventus. Juventus trying to get into the last Champions League spot. So a lot to play for tomorrow. There should be some really, really good games. I don't see AC Milan and I don't see Roma slipping up. So I think Como and Juventus are going to be the odd men out. And interesting thing was Juventus had made it up to third. I don't know if it was last week or week before. And they have, put it in reverse a little bit and been bypassed by everybody else. But definitely some good games to watch especially tomorrow. In Germany, season's over. Truthfully, the season's been over because Bayern Munich won this league probably a year ago. But we solidified the Champions League places with Dortmund, Leipzig, and Stuttgart. And then the only game remaining is being played right now. Bayern Munich is playing Stuttgart, and it was 0-0 last time that I checked. Moving on to La Liga, where Barcelona wrapped it up. last weekend. Real Madrid, Villarreal, and Atletico Madrid got the Champions League places. Now, in terms of relegation, 2 more teams have to go down. So any team from 13th down could get relegated. So there's a lot to play for. And this is actually a little bit more solid than it was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, all the way up to 8th place, and then all the way up to 8th place could mathematically could have been relegated. But now there's a couple things that have taken place over the last couple of games, but still a lot to play for. One game, most of the games being played today, 2 teams are going to get relegated, and that's going to be tough for their fan base. Okay, moving on. Here's the tables for the MLS Eastern Conference and Western Conference. Nashville still top of the table and playing strong. And then Western Conference, Vancouver, after taking over top of the table from San Jose last week, still maintains up there. Again, that's my team to watch. They got a good squad, got a really good squad there. So the games this weekend, it's so early in the season. Again, I think every game is fun to watch. Obviously, I'm going to watch Vancouver versus San Diego because I'm interested in that game, and I have family friend that plays there, and I'll watch the Orlando City Cincinnati game. Again, my son has a really good friend that plays for Orlando City. So, but as I'm turning around the channels, some of these games stick out to me just for different reasons. Looking at Sunday games, Atlanta United used to be, the team to beat in the MLS, and you kind of want them to be really, really good again, just for the popularity of the league. Inter Miami, obviously, with Messi, fantastic, but Philadelphia Union was a very, very strong franchise for a number of years. Love to see them turn it around and become really, really good again. So definitely some interesting games to watch between today and tomorrow. And then items of interest. So again, SBT, squeaky butt time. Relegation battles and promotions. So, okay, Premier League. So Coventry, Ipswich, and now that's been solidified, Hull City will be promoted from the Championship to the Premier League next season. Hull City beat Middlesbrough in the richest game in sports. They call it the richest game in sports because the difference between Premier League and Championship is $300 million at a minimum annually. So that's why it's so important to be playing in the Premier League, because it is the most popular league worldwide. In Italy, Venezia, Frosinone, and either Monza or Catanzaro will be promoted to Serie A from Serie B. And then Germany, you got Schalke, Elversberg, and then the winner of Paderborn versus Wolfsburg. And then in Spain, Racing Santander, Deportivo La Coruna, and then the third team is TBD because they have so many teams in their league, they still haven't finished their season yet. So we'll see what happens there. Elsewhere, UEFA Europa League, Aston Villa beats Freiburg 3-0. That's a 30-year drought ended, the first trophy that Aston Villa has won in 30 years. So congratulations to them. UEFA Women's Champions League final was played today. Actually finished right a little bit before we started. And Barcelona won 3-0 against Lyon. So this was a rematch from last year where Barcelona won 2-0. Barcelona beats Lyon 3-0 in the finals once again. So back-to-back Champions League finals for the women's team. Very impressive. Chelsea has a new manager and Xabi Alonso. So the big thing about this is the last few Chelsea coaches that they've experimented with, they called them coaches. They called them head coaches. They didn't call them managers. They're calling Xabi Alonso a manager. They're calling him a manager, which basically means he has more say-so on the players they keep, the players that play, who goes in and who goes out. obviously he's younger coach in terms of he's only coached around 175 games, but really known for having an undefeated season with Bayer Leverkusen in Germany. Then he went to Real Madrid, didn't work out there, but that was more so because of the personalities in the locker room. And the club basically backed the players over the coach. But very tactical oriented, really bases his tactics based on what the teams do. So as a Chelsea fan, I was very excited that we could get a coach or a manager of like Xabi Alonso, given the tomfoolery that my team's been doing since the takeover. So elsewhere, Man City, Pep Guardiola has decided to step away. That I don't know what else to say about Pep. He's fantastic manager, one of the greatest ever. Has won in Spain, won in Germany, and won in England. So he said he's going to take some time away, but I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see him back someplace in 3 years or so. And we'll see. I think the rumor is Enzo Maresca will take over at Man City behind him, but we'll see what happens there. Rumors for Real Madrid's new coach will be Jose Mourinho. Again, he's already been there. He's already won Champions League there with Real Madrid. He's won at Chelsea. He's won basically wherever he's played. So he has the status that the players won't be able to run him down. Quite the contrary, he'll be the one that runs the players down. And then Man United have solidified Michael Carrick's role instead of the caretaker or temporary manager. They've signed him to, I believe it was a 2-year contract. So he'll maintain as a Manchester United man. In women's football, so Sam Kerr is leaving the Chelsea Women's Club after 6.5 years. She won a ton of titles there. Unfortunately, I think in January of 2024, she had torn her ACL. And since then, she hasn't played nearly as much as she liked. So this was the end of her contract. I'll be interested to see where she ends up because for a period of time, to me, she was the greatest women's player in the sport. So I'm definitely interested to see where she ends up moving forward. And then for our red card report recipients, first and foremost, the Premier League refs, and I'm just going to call it like it is. Arsenal are the first team to win the Premier League to never have a red card throughout the entire season and never have a penalty given against them for an entire season. Every other fan saying, hey, that's corruption at its finest because we've seen the replays, we've seen the tackling, the grabbing, the pushing, the pulling that they get away with that other teams have not been able to get away with. And then when someone high up in the Premier League comes out and says every 6 years we want a different team's name on top, it kind of lends to the belief that, hey, they weren't calling fouls against Arsenal because they wanted Arsenal to win. But all you have to do is Google it. There's a ton of podcasters. There's a ton of videos that show all the penalties that they should have been given, all the red cards that they should have been given, never given. So for me, Premier League refs for Arsenal, terrible. Terrible. Definitely straight red for them. And then Southampton. So Southampton was one of the teams that was in the championship. They were in the playoffs. They were supposed to be playing today. Instead of, I said Hull City versus Middlesbrough, it was supposed to be Hull City versus Southampton. And they decided to do they decided to take a page out of Bill Belichick's book. And they got found out for spying on teams' training. And they got charged and they got found guilty and they got expelled from the richest game in sports. So because of that, Middlesbrough took their place after they had already beaten Middlesbrough, and then Hull City won that game. But Southampton had their own little Spygate. And I'm waiting to see, obviously they got expelled from that. I'm waiting to see what else happens. I think their coach will get fired. I'm not sure if they're going to be fined points for what they've done because this happened throughout the course of the season. where they were spying on teams training. We'll see what happens, but definitely Spygate in the NFL, Spygate here in the Premier League as well. So finally, again, no room for racism. Let's kick it out of all sports, not just football. Thanks for joining.
So,
thank you, Jeff.
Hold on before you move on.
No, we're not moving on. Go ahead.
I must apologize. Okay, I did not see it because our other co-host loves putting thousands and thousands of information in. So I had to go scroll up to my message, and then I saw it. I apologize, and I actually read it.
It's all good. Hey,
yes.
I try to take care of you.
Chris, I agree. I understand your apology. However, Jeff, you over here, you state this game, right? Can be tricky. And then you're like, such and such has draw written all over it. And you're like, this team, in this game right here. Well, this team could win, but this team could also win. Like what?
I'm just telling you. He's talking about like Brazil and Morocco. Well, Morocco just won the African Championship and is one of the hottest teams in the league. And Brazil is not Brazil that we've all known for my entire life. So to me, it's got draw written all over it.
I understand it.
And Canada versus Bosnia, that's got draw written all over it.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just thinking of these teams off top of my head that he had written down there, and I'm like, and it's the first game, so a lot of times teams play tight.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times, it's different. But I will say, out of your news, right? That is shocking that Arsenal. That I did not know that about them.
Which part? Look.
Didn't get penalized like that all season.
Boy, if I had more time, I'd have shown a video clip. It was terrible.
That's crazy.
Terrible. And they habitually get away with murder, and then it's not the other way. An entire season, that just doesn't happen. Never had a red card the entire season.
Yes.
And didn't give away a penalty. Like, and don't get me wrong, Arsenal's a good team. Not that good.
Fair.
They're not that good. So now I just got to listen to my brother until the season starts.
I hear you.
It happens.
I know it's tough though, man.
It's like me and Jay. He got to talk his noise.
Mm-hmm. Look,
you know what? And I take my humble pie, and I wait till next week, and then they lose to the team they should have blown out, and I just be looking at him like, "So where your humble pie, sir?"
Yep.
The only thing left that I didn't mention is Champions League final that I think is next weekend. PSG versus Arsenal there. So I will absolutely need PSG to win that game, because if Arsenal wins that game, I'm going in hiding. I'm going in hiding.
He gonna find you.
I'm going in hiding. Look, I will be presenting. Let's see.
Presenting from a bunker.
You won't see. You'll hear my name. It'll just be a black screen.
Or you put a ski mask on.
Hey, boy, something like that.
And disguise your voice.
That disguise my voice. Blur the background. Absolutely.
So, with that, we're gonna move right along. Right. We're back to NASCAR, and your top 5 in NASCAR right now is Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, and Chris Buescher. Hasn't changed from last week because last week they didn't race. All right. They're in Charlotte. Last week was the All-Star race. It didn't count for anything. Ross Chastain is the previous winner of this race, which is going to be interesting because Charlotte Motor Speedway is a night race. It is not typically a race where it's very difficult to repeat. Let me say that. Okay. Tyler Reddick probably is the favorite. He's been doing amazing stuff all season. It being such a grand event in Charlotte, with the passing of Kyle Busch, I am really wanting to see what kind of memorial they do for him. So, because they bring it out big for here Charlotte on Memorial Day weekend. So keep a lookout for that. Keep a lookout for the drivers. There's gonna be a lot of emotions in this because of his passing. So, but yeah, let's just keep moving forward, right?
That's all you can do.
Unfortunately, right? Mm-hmm. So, enough about NASCAR. Let's move over to baseball. We are in full swing. And
no
right now, right now in the American League, in the East, you have the Tampa Bay Rays and the New York Yankees sitting at the top of the East. And in the Central, you have the Cleveland Guardians and the Chicago White Sox have actually broken the 500 plateau. And then in the West, you have the Athletics still holding strong. In the National League, in the East, you have the Atlanta Braves. That is it. In the Central, every single team in the Central, the Brewers, the Cardinals, the Cubs, the Reds, and the Pirates are all above 500. However, in that order, that's how they are in the standings. The Pirates are flirting with that 500. In the West, you have the Dodgers. You have the Padres. Oh, and the Diamondbacks have joined the 500 and above club. So some teams have improved. Some divisions have improved. Chris's division on steroids. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's over 500 still. So, I
mean, it's going to even out here in about 2 weeks.
Okay.
You're going to see you're going to see the adjustments start to happen, right? I ain't saying adjustments like player change I'm just saying like teams in baseball, the season really don't get hot and heavy until June. So the dog days of summer is right around the corner.
So what you're saying is by All-Star break in July, we should really have some.
You're going to see 500. You're going to see who is really fighting for the playoffs in July.
Okay. All right. That's good to know. Because right now, it looks like your entire division is fighting for the playoffs. I mean, they're only separated by 5.5 games from person at the top to the bottom, which is 2 series. I mean,
And currently, my Cardinals are winning 6-1.
In
the age.
Hey, don't feel bad when the Cubs pass them in a couple weeks.
Oh, you one of them.
I'm just trying to stir up some. That's it. That's because you told me I didn't do what I said I did when I was trying to look out for it.
I apologize. You took it personal. I told you, look, I'm the one that will tell you when I make a mistake.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was looking at the standings, and I see the run differential, and that's what kind of concerns me about St. Louis and Chicago, because Chicago seems like they ain't got a problem with scoring runs. St. Louis seems like they got a little bit of an issue there. That's why I'm like, I don't know how that's going to work if they don't start getting some more run production. How that's going to pan out over the next 80 games.
So I I'm a Cardinals fan. I do watch them quite often. I don't watch the little brothers that often. But I will say this, right? In baseball, some days you're gonna have you score 7 or 8 runs and you win.
Mm-hmm.
Some days you're gonna have to score 1 or 2 and win. And then some days you just can't score a run and you don't win. You know, it's you know, don't get me wrong. That's why you have these pitchers that's been pitching for almost 20 years, like your Max Scherzer and what's the other guy? I can't think of his name. They've been pitching almost 20 years, but you can almost hear it. Huh?
I know who you're talking about. The guy he played for the Tigers for so long.
Yeah.
Last name starts with a V.
Verlander, Justin Verlander.
Verlander. That guy.
Right?
Yep.
These guys, they pitch so much that they have it to the point to where it's like their arm are a noodle. They just go up there and throw it, and it's going to be a strike.
Yep.
So when you got those kind of guys every 5th day, you look, all you need is 2 runs and they're gonna win.
Yeah.
Or maybe in 1.
So Jeff, with you saying that, right, with Chicago having more extremely a lot of runs more than what the Cardinals have, right? It just shows that the Cardinals are gritting and grinding it and finding those ways to win. Chicago may seemingly overscore some teams sometimes, which means they may win a game 10-1, right? Which puts that differential up there, right?
Yeah.
But if you could find ways to win it, a lot of times those keeping your bats consistent, shall I say, as opposed to when Chicago's bats go cold, if they do go cold, right, they may not go cold.
Hey, they done lost 6 in a row, so.
But if they go right, so if they go cold, when they go cold, it's gonna hurt them big time.
Yeah. It's too early in the season. This is my opinion. It's too early to season to have to work so hard to get wins. That by the back end of the season, I don't know. You're either going to be really mentally tough and built for that moment, or you're going to be spent from trying to get there. So I don't know.
Well, you know, you're actually correct. Mm-hmm. Baseball is a long season. Nobody realized that. 182 games is a long season. And they're playing 5 to 6 games before they get a day off.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get 2 days off. They get a day off. The only time they get more than a day off is during All-Star break.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, because you're going to play at least 3 games back to back to back. Right. And if the travel's not too far, you're going to play the very next game. You're going to keep going, right? So, yeah.
And it's hard to, what might be a hit today ain't a hit tomorrow.
Yeah, well, it's hard to stay mentally locked in for that long period of time. Like, it's just, I mean, mentally, it's a grind.
Hey, just think about it. You're a Hall of Famer if you bat 300 for your career and you play 10 to 15 years.
Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm. For those that don't understand what the 300 means, that means, and I'm gonna break it down to the easiest fact. You got 100 at bats, and you only get 30 hits. You become a Hall of Famer. Right.
You fail 70% of the time, and you're a Hall of Famer. That's how hard it is.
Yes. Yes. But so, Jeff, on your statement though, right? If you look, so they're home and away records, right?
Yep.
So St. Louis struggles at home. They're at 500, but they're better on the road.
And Chicago's terrible on the road.
Absolutely.
But you hear the funny part is they haven't played each other yet.
They 50 plus games in the season they haven't played yet?
No, But Chris, I'll tell you, when they do, I think St. Louis has the advantage.
We always got the advantage over the little brother.
So
all you gotta do is look around the stadium.
To me, it always goes down to your pitching staff. I haven't seen
it is true.
So whoever has the better pitchers, to me, I'm always going to sit there and
I'm gonna say this. as a Cardinal fan, I think our pitching staff is still a little too young. There's no real veteran starter to guide these young fellas. Right. You know, right now they got 26-year-old as their lead starter. You know, and that's kind of putting a lot of pressure on a young man that age without guidance.
Yeah.
You know, I hope, I pray that that they, figure, keep the path to what they're doing.
Right.
The young bats are doing their jobs right now, but as you get later and later into the season, where you got to remember, this ain't like the NBA where I might only see the team on the other side 2 times. Over here, you got to see them at least 3 times at home and at least 3 times on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, by the time you go back to see them, they done made some adjustments and they didn't watch film. They didn't see what you can hit. Every team in the league is watching the same film of you. Hey, don't throw that joker no high and tight fastball. He gonna plant that.
The only person that never had, it didn't matter what film you had, and there's no point to watch it, Vlad Guerrero Sr.
Yeah, dude, that dude's swung at anything.
It don't matter where you throw the ball. He can still hit out the park.
You can bounce it in front of the plate.
Absolutely.
And he gonna hit it out.
He the only person. Hey, I don't have to see. He can hit wherever I throw the ball. I could throw it 2 feet off the plate. He still may hit it the opposite way for a home run. So, no.
Yeah. But I do want to give a shout out, right? Because the Tampa Bay Rays currently have the best record in baseball. So, Jeff, they're in your location. I know they're in a different stadium right now.
Yep.
Because of that hurricane.
Hurricane took care of that. Yep. Destroyed
their stadium, right? But, I mean, hey, they've got currently the best record in baseball.
It's a surprise.
Which says a lot, right? The worst team in baseball right now is the Los Angeles Angels. So, let's see if they can make improvements.
They got a reclamation project.
Well, they got to figure something out.
I feel bad. I feel bad for Mike Trout. Because the reason why I feel bad for him,
okay,
he spent his whole career there and he's never been in the playoffs.
He chose that.
No, yeah. So he's been in the playoffs, but I'll say this: the last couple of years, I don't think he had a choice because he's been injured.
That's true.
Heavily. Too. Right now, this season, everybody's saying comeback Trout. Right, Trout's on the comeback. Right. Well, that's good because the last couple of seasons, a lot of people were counting his career over.
So you telling me if he left, he would be winning? Matter of fact, I'm gonna answer your question. I'm gonna answer the question for you. He leaves Anaheim.
Okay.
Right. Where do you think he's going?
I don't know.
At this point right now?
Look, no. I know where he's going. He's going to the Dodgers.
Nah. I don't think the Dodgers want him right now.
Bro, look, everybody, look. I don't care that potential right there.
Nah, see.
Dodgers got the money, and they gonna got half the time.
The problem
because he was injury prone the last 2 seasons. Go ahead, Jeff.
When Mike Trout came in the league, he was a 5-tool player. Mm-hmm. And then he bulked up because he was just trying to hit home runs. And that hurt him defensively. And truthfully, I think that hurt him his agility, which is why he's had so many different injuries over the past few years.
Yeah, the body, he didn't trade the body the right way. But,
right. So why would the Dodgers sit there and, hey, I want to spend all this money?
But he can still hit.
He's hitting 239.
He can still hit.
Michael Jordan hit Mendoza. Michael Jordan hit Mendoza. Mike Trout's hitting 239.
He can still hit. Okay,
the Dodgers wouldn't have took him because they had Ohtani as the DH.
And Ohtani was injured. And guess what? He can still play in the game. He's still injured last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
He's still one of the best American baseball players. Nope, I said American.
I know. I don't know why he said that.
And he still made Team USA.
That's name only.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Look, I thought he was going to be he was going to be the next coming. Like he was supposed to be that guy, but he can't stay healthy. He's a side note now.
Hey,
he's hitting 239 this year. Look, 239 this year. He hit 232 last year, 220 the year before, 263 the year before. The last time he hit 300 was in 2021, and he only played 36 games.
Hey, look. Well, didn't I just make a statement earlier?
300's Hall of Famer.
Thank you.
Right. But he only played 36 games.
So, look,
he didn't play a full season.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what you just stated. I'm not just saying that the 1 year he did bat 300. I'm saying if 300 is all of Hall of Famer and he batting 260, 230,
220.
220. That's still average about 240.
Yeah.
So that is average.
It's considered.
So look,
look, if that's what you
I'm just saying this. He leaves Anaheim. He's going to be real receptive to the Dodgers. The man wants a championship. Who don't?
Well, yeah. I mean, everybody plays the sport to win a championship.
So would you take league minimum to go there?
He under contract.
I'm just saying. I'm saying if he was free.
So, and that's the problem, right? So he signed that long contract with Anaheim.
Mm.
So now that contract has to be appealing to another team.
So right? And I'm gonna say this
because it's not necessarily Mike Trout, Chris. So it's not necessarily Mike Trout, right? Because can Mike Trout be appealing to another team? Absolutely, because of his skill set, right? But is that contract appealing to another team?
He still got 4 years left on that contract, and he's hitting 239. So someone would have to trade away prospects and be willing to take on that contract for the next 4 years.
Hey, Jeff, what's that contract?
It was a 12-year, $426.5 million contract. So he's averaging 35.5 a year. Contains a full no trade clause and no opt-outs. So he wouldn't be a free agent until 2031.
Yeah.
And how old is he now? What, 32?
Something like that.
So yeah, nah. I'm good on that. He's 34.
So I'm glad you bring that up. So you beat him up, right? So I'm gonna tell you about a free agent, right? You ready for this? He played his first 10 years and with one team. His batting average was for those 10 years was .320. He signs a free agent deal for 10 years, and he never hit above 268.
Mm-hmm. You want to talk to me about Ken Griffey?
Nope.
Okay, who is it?
Bryce Harper.
Albert Pujols.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
So you telling me his first 10 years, he was a Hall of Famer. His last 10 years, not so much. You telling me you wouldn't take a flyer out on him?
Not at $35 million a year.
I know two teams, but I know two teams that did.
Yeah, the one that Mike Trout's playing on right now.
So I'm just saying.
And wait.
And he had a total no trade clause.
Yeah, let's be honest. Do we really know how old Albert Pujols really was?
Hey man, he's Dominican, so I can't tell you how.
You see what I'm saying? Like, he's only 30. Man, you know daggone well he 40. His mama know he 40, but he's saying 30 because he want that next big contract. Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying, don't count him out. He can have a resurgence. He just need look. Sometimes it takes
change of
scenery to wake you back up.
Is Pujols the coach?
Absolutely,
Anaheim?
it could.
Say what?
Is Pujols the coach at Anaheim?
No.
Okay.
No. He's not coaching.
No.
He's not coaching.
All right, gentlemen, we good on baseball?
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Oh, no, we're not good. What you got, Chris?
Continue on. I'm joking.
So we're gonna move right along, right? We got a couple more minutes left on the show. We got WNBA, the top teams right now. The top. I mean, because there's more than 8 teams right now above 500, which is great. Every team in WNBA has a loss now. However, your top 8 teams are the Las Vegas Aces,
of course,
the Atlanta Dream, the Minnesota Lynx, Indiana Fever, Golden State Valkyries, New York Liberty, Dallas Wings, and Chicago Sky. Those are your 8 teams as of right now. Keep a hold of the season. Look at the changes. Look at the matchups. Look at the injuries. Because Caitlin Clark, I think, sat out a game, and Indiana Fever won big time on that. So just pay attention to it. Y'all got any more on WNBA?
It's all about the Aces. It's all about the Aces.
They are the champions. And they're trying to repeat. If they repeat, I do believe this will be a 3 back-to-back-to-back.
Did they win last year?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, Chris, you got anything on WNBA?
No, I'm good, sir.
All right. So we're going to move over to tennis. The Roland Garros in Paris, France is getting ready to start this week. It takes about 2 weeks for them to announce the winner of this tournament. Carlos Alcaraz in the men's, he's the previous winner. However, he is not playing in this tournament due to his wrist injury. Okay. So we will have a new men's singles winner. There's a lot of speculation. It could be Sinner. There's even speculation it could be Jokic back in the talks of it. And on the women's side, you have Coco Gauff. She won last year on the women's side, and she's playing. So can she be a repeat winner? Obviously, time will tell. It is very big tournament. Lots of money on the line. So it's one of the few tournaments where it's, only big tournaments in tennis. Men typically have their tournaments going on. Women have their tournaments going on. And when it comes to the big tournaments, everybody comes together. Well, this is that big tournament. So y'all got anything on tennis?
I'm good.
Not really on the men's.
Andre Agassi ain't playing
you stupid. You stupid.
John
Sampras is not there. That's right. McEnroe, Sampras, they all gone.
It's not funny no more. It's not fun to watch.
I will say
that. Let me get tennis now.
Gotcha.
When I grew up, I like to see John McEnroe give the umpire the business.
I'll say this. I like women's tennis more so than men's.
I bet you do.
No, not. It's because the men are it's kind of straightforward. The women, there's fire. Like you can tell they got issues with one another. Like, so I want to see Sabalenka versus Coco Gauff, right?
Their competition level is retarded.
And like you can, and the pressers, they start talking shady about one another, right? So I'm like, okay, I want to see Coco Gauff. I want to see Sabalenka because if I'm not mistaken, those are the two that went at it last year in the pressers, where Sabalenka was like, "Oh, I lost because such and such," and Coco Gauff was like, "Nah, that's not what it is." So I'm like, yeah, I want to see that. They have that energy, whereas the guys are kind of like nothing.
I lost. Okay.
Right. I lost. I didn't play well.
He was better than me today.
Right.
Yep.
I don't want to hear that. I'm like, the girl's about to fight. I pay more attention to them.
I don't blame you. All right, moving along. So there was an announcement in NCAA basketball about the men's and women's March Madness tournament expanding to 76 teams. The last time the men's expanded to more teams was in 2011, and the last time the women's expanded was 2022. But now both of them are expanding to 76 teams. Gentlemen, what's your thoughts?
Go ahead, Chris. I'm gonna throw up.
Man, he just throw me out in the street, bro. Thanks. Hey, hit the buzz time. Hit the buzz.
I was letting you go first.
Yeah. So, all right. This has got pros and cons. Pros and cons. And here's the thing. You expanded to 76 teams. So what? You're gonna have more buys? You're gonna have more play-ins? Or you're just gonna start off the tournament with 76 teams. Now, that means you're gonna have a lot of fluff. Meaning, I'm just throwing this out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you still going with the same 4 different brackets? Or you finna add 8? Smaller bracket,
Right.
smaller regions? What you gonna add? Upper Northwest? Lower Northwest? I think it's oversaturated. I really do. I think they're taking away from the NIT. You're always gonna have that one problem, right? And the one problem is somebody's getting left out that shouldn't get left out.
Okay.
Somebody is getting in that probably shouldn't have gotten. So this changes the criteria. So that's my point. It could be pros and cons. It'll open your eyes to a couple of other small schools that slide in and they win maybe first and second round. Right? They hang out with the big boys for a weekend, and then mama tell them to come on home because they tripped up one team, but 9 times 10 you get that one team once. You ain't got Stephen Curry shooting 50
Davidson,
points
right?
with Davidson.
Yeah.
Even though the possibilities are there because now with NIL, everybody got money. AJ DeBonta, who saw him going to BYU? I don't know. If I'm 18, I don't think I'm going to BYU if I'm the number 1 player in the country.
Yeah, but when that money talks.
I'm just saying there's a couple of more lucrative locations I could have went to. Los Angeles, Miami.
Mm-hmm.
What's another spot we can't afford to go? There's got a big university near there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think there were some hidden secrets there. Or they just, look, or the Mormons just rolled out the real money. Oh, my God.
Jeff, what you got?
I don't like it. I think if you're going to do it, might as well get rid of the NIT. There's no point having 76 teams in this one and then having another 30 in the NIT. That doesn't make sense to me. For me, I feel like it's more of a money grab. Hey, the longer we can have this tournament, the more eyes we're going to have on it, the bigger the TV deal we can get, the more money we can give all these universities. Are they going to up the max amount of NIL dollars that they can provide to these players as well? Or are we just going to ask them to play more games, but then keep that money the same? Right. To me, this is just a money grab, and I don't like it. I think it's way too watered down. It doesn't provide anything. If you take the number 1 team in the nation, you take Michigan and have them play the number 76 team in the nation, they win by 100 points. Right. The only thing that could happen is somebody gets hurt. So I don't understand the need to do it other than, hey, we want to make more money. And to me, I'm getting a little bit tired of that, unless that money is going to go to everybody.
Yeah.
But I bet that's not even being talked about right now. And don't get me started on how I feel Black players should start leaving all the Confederate states and go play other places. After the voting rights bill, hey, bye.
I got you.
Y'all can have Alabama. Y'all can have Alabama back in the early 70s. I'll take USC from back in the early 70s.
Welcome to the Big Ten, baby.
Hey, gone. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All them states that ran to, we got to go and change these. Man, hey, if all them players said, hey, I'm out.
I know what I think it's one state still got the rebel flag up. Got a part of
they just took it down a couple of years ago, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mississippi finally took it down.
So look, I call it like it is. I will tell every young Black athlete, for every Alabama and Auburn, there's a UCLA and a USC.
And Ohio State. Indiana, Michigan.
Look.
Yeah, get cold.
Michigan State.
Yep. But guess what?
You might see a shift in power.
Look,
you really
Oregon Oregon up there, because the money's the same.
The
same money that Alabama and Auburn can pay you, UCLA and USC can pay you too.
Look, they ain't printing no different money.
That's it. Ooh, once upon a time, there was this great running back that played at Syracuse, Jim Brown. Okay, maybe we go up there and make Syracuse legit. I'm just saying, all it takes is start small. Let 3, 4, 5-star players get together and be like, yo, now I'm not about what these players are doing. I'm just saying to start small.
It's gonna be more than that. It's gonna
absolutely because the money's the same. Look, I'm not. Look, we see what they're doing in Louisiana. Hey, LSU. I see what y'all doing. We out. Mississippi State. We out. There's other places we can go. They're gonna pay us the same money, and they're not gonna sit there and try to minimize our voting rights. They're not gonna sit there and try to revert to pre-1967. Hey, cool. I mean, look, don't let me get a microphone in front of me because I'm gonna tell it like it is.
All right, Chris, it's a little early, but we don't have enough time to hit another topic. You want to take us out?
Hold on, I got one little topic.
Oh, go ahead.
Tomorrow, my Mainz Golden Eagles are facing Castle Titans in Mainz at 3:00. We lost last week. I was shorthanded about 3 linemen starting. I was shorthanded 3 starting linemen.
All right,
and they exploited the hell out of it. And oh, by the way, I still only lost by less than 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
So this week, I got a couple of my linemen back. One of them had emergency. I might not have him for a few more weeks, but you know how it is. Next man up.
Yep.
We're gonna try to do our thing and recover from this loss. But we do get to play them again in July. So now I can take us out. I want to thank everybody to tuning in to the Long Distance Playbook. We're going to be right here every Saturday, one of the four, all four, 2, 4, 3, 4, we gonna be here talking. Tell a friend to come check us out, to enjoy in on the call, the message. If you want to be a guest, you don't have to be no superstar to be a guest. We'll let you come in, shoot us a message. And if you're a veteran and you own your own business and you want to get your business out there, send us an email at the long distance playbook at gmail.com. Y'all be safe. Enjoy your NBA playoffs, NASCAR, MLB baseball, some tennis and golf.
Happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day to all my fellow veterans.
Absolutely. Appreciate all of y'all that serve. Appreciate you.
And enjoy your weekend and enjoy your Memorial Day. I just celebrated mine today because all my family works on Monday because they work on the German economy. So be safe. And we'll see y'all next Saturday right here. Hopefully my power don't go out this time. Be safe.
All right.